Yes, people, welcome back. Sorry for the lateness. I'm not gonna lie. I had a late night and I didn't realize the time. And you know what? I'm on a panel full of late people anyways, bar Kunle, because he's filling in for Hooks since he's still in America. Anywho, we got some Arsenal stuff to discuss yet again, by the way. Gyökeres, exactly that, you know. Madueke, looks like the valuation is still way too far apart. We've got Diaz looking likely to leave Liverpool. Darwin, Núñez, second bids incoming for him from Napoli. Kind of weird talking transfers with Liverpool, to be honest. I'll be real with all the recent events. And yeah, Man United identify a new striker. I wonder who can guess. No, it's not Calvert-Lewin. But you're on mute anyways.
Hey, first of all,
where did Jay go? Jay was
oh yeah, now my people is your dark-skinned man from the motherland. If you didn't know before, today you go understand. And Kaz, don't try and reduce my value, telling me like I'm a substitute. Yeah, you just come.
No. But you, I got set shows. Hooks is usually the guy for this one, isn't it?
I know.
Do you know what I mean? So
I hear it. But yeah, guys, my voice is a bit mad because the last few days have been crazy, innit? Big up the UK.
Yeah. Well, there's a good thing why I didn't turn up then. What are you saying, Jay? You're on mute.
Yes, all good. Just chilling. I think Spurs signed a player today. We signed that Takai. He's signed. Yeah,
God.
Yeah. We won't be doing that again. But yeah, it was so we signed the Takai. So
I need to clip that up. You just reminded me. I need to clip that up, man.
Ain't that the tournament on Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
Big up.
So yeah, no, all good. Interested, like obviously, like want to dive into this Gyökeres thing. I think it's really interesting.
We've had a lot of. Well, when I say a lot, we've had Beji, Jimmy, play it down. Even Wolfie didn't get onto it. Wolfie likes to sign him.
It's a difficult one. I don't want to play I don't want to play it down because it's almost like my perception on Gyökeres hasn't really changed. I've always had question marks over the guy because of the league he plays in and this, you know what I mean? Just natural questions. When I watch him play, like there's a couple of questions I've got. One, I'm like, I think the guy's too heavy. Yeah, he's too heavy. And I know this people will be like, what are you talking? He's too heavy. Because I was looking at him and I was like, how much does this motherfucker, sorry, language, but how much does this guy weigh? Yeah. And so I Google it and it's like.
Too heavy for what though?
Bro, let me land. So I'm just saying, yeah, the guy's 94 kilos. Yeah, 94 kg. Bro, I could not find another attacker that was within 10 kg of this guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So apparently, Haaland weighs 88 kg. So basically, the primary.
I swear Haaland was like 84, but Haaland's taller.
Yeah. The thing is that most Premier League players weigh between.
Fat shaming. Is that what we're doing now?
I'm not. He carries it well. I'm not fat shaming. I'm just saying in the Premier League,
it's 75 between a 90, 75 and 90, 92 is the actual weight, but that's what it should be. But as a Premier League weight.
That's what I'm saying. People are like, you're focusing on the weight because he scores too many goals. No, I'm just saying, once you listen, wait until that 94 kg twists on that ACL. Do you know what I mean? I'm just
but a lot of
that's not happened yet. No,
that's not happened. But the thing is, remember, one, he was in a championship probably about that weight, or maybe a little bit leaner. But the thing is, Arsenal just make him leaner.
Listen,
that's the way it works.
When it comes to the gym, we're on that. We're on the gym routine.
No, he's too wide.
So wait, you're telling me
you guys think this is an agenda, but he's too wide.
But you're telling me, man. So wait, hold on. So you're telling me Gyökeres can get even faster?
Probably, yeah, sure, absolutely. But I'm just saying he's too wide.
He would reduce 7 kg, and he's going to be off. That's what he said.
That's what he's saying. We can put him on a regime that makes you think he's more athletic than he's fat.
He's got a whole preseason.
Yeah, you did basically call him fat, Jay. So don't try and take it.
I'm not. No, I'm saying he
didn't say the words, but you insinuated everything. Like, is that what we're doing now? Yeah. Nuance. That's what we're doing. We can't attack anything else, but we got to attack something about
your weight can change, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Hold on. Listen. People are like, Jay's trying to play it down. in what aspect have I said that I don't think Gyökeres is a good player? Listen, Gyökeres is a good player. He's a good striker.
The reason why the chat are responding to you like this is because it's not their first rodeo seeing you, bro. They know.
No, but hold on. Bro, it doesn't matter. Let me land. Okay, listen. If you want to talk spectacular about what he's done in this sporting, yeah, he's done a good job. And you're paying a premium. Well, you're not paying a premium, but you're paying.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Kaz opened the discussion about Gyökeres. He went straight to his weight. Why didn't we praise him?
Because it was something I discovered. It is. Listen, you can't find another striker within 10 kg of him. Yeah, I'm saying the guy's too wham. He's too big. That's what I'm saying. He's too big.
But you can lose that.
50 something goals last season or something, right? No,
that's fine, bro. That's fine.
So what does his weight?
At those teams,
all I'm trying to understand is what his weight contributes to your opinion on. I just want to get there. Why are we there?
I'm just saying, yeah, the guy is too big. Yeah, he's
too big for what though? Pause.
I'm saying that size will. I don't know, like in the Prem, because it's so fast and fast paced and intense and things like that. I feel like that's too big to be carrying in the Premier League on a weekly basis.
Yeah, but look, bro.
But doesn't it?
Wait, hold on. Your weight can change. I can't believe this is even a conversation, by the way. But your weight can change.
I know it can change.
Funny enough, I was watching as I was talking to you. I was watching Troy Deeney's Akinfenwa Beast Mode on interviews, like 3 hours long, yeah. And he shifted like 114 kg after a mad summer, yeah. When he had the whole change when it came to the Premier League. And he shifted that down to 90 odd in one summer, bro. You're telling me
Xerxes can't be 97 kg. Who said Xerxes 97? In the comments, somebody fact check that. It's 97. No wonder he moves so slowly.
No, so I don't know how updated that is, but remember, Xerxes 1, he's like 6'4", 6'5", yeah. That's for one. And 2, he did come into the Premier League a little bit too heavy, and then he lost a lot of that weight. He came a lot more leaner.
Okay. Listen, you guys can disagree with me.
Going from 94 kg to losing, let's say, 6 kilograms, bro, it's not that bad.
Let's just get Gyökeres a nice lean 85. A nice lean 84.
He can do that. He can do that.
A little bit more svelte.
Anyways, I don't get this. The better question is
the wildest guy. I'm telling you,
I don't know why that matters.
APC are going for another term, Jay. Bro, come through, bro.
No, I'm just.
We can get you in the house of reps, bro. I swear.
You might never been on a few pounds, yeah, and then you're working out, you're running, you're carrying a little bit. You feel
Ozempic thing.
You're not doing what you used
That's
to
what
do.
I was thinking next. I was waiting for him to go, and I was going to say, "What do you want him on Ozempic? Like, what is it next?" Like, I don't get it. I don't get what you guys are talking. Why you guys are talking?
Jay just didn't want. He didn't want to be appear that he was dissing Gyökeres, so the angle he picked was the weight. So it looked like we didn't.
But I still think he's a little bit. He's carrying.
Either way, the guy's going to come into the flipping Premier League and probably bag 20 goals minimum. That's what I think.
Yeah, with all his weight, is he better than or worse than Solanke?
But is he better or worse than him?
Is he better or worse than Solanke with all his weight that he has?
I mean, obviously he has more prestige and he's coming off a better season. I think most people would say Gyökeres is better than Solanke, and I don't think I would have much data.
Why must you answer questions like this every time?
Because it's the way I think about the question. I think
it's the way you want to disturb us with your answer.
No, not really, bro. Because if you send Solanke, because if you send Solanke to Sporting 2 years ago, I'm not sure what his numbers would be, but they'd be damn good numbers, I imagine.
I just like who's better
in a world,
but don't sleep on Solanke this season. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but don't sleep on Gyökeres. What you can do when there's a ready-made team ready for him to go and score some goals.
Thank you, Dizzy.
See, that's where I'm at with him. I know a lot of people don't fancy Gyökeres technically, but guess what? I don't give a. That's what they said the same about Haaland as well, bro. Like, I don't care what he can do technically. Is he bagging me in front of goal? Yes or no?
If there's a chance, is he taking it?
Yes. Is it going
That's
in
all
10,
that matters, bro.
like 8 times out of 10? Yeah. What's going to be the scenario? It's going to be a goal.
D1997.
But Cass, I'm not comparing him to Haaland.
Leave it.
The movement of Haaland is what makes Haaland so good. It's not the physical features.
No,
Haaland's
Haaland's fake. Haaland's movement's fake.
His
He's the best in the
movement
world.
is what's fake. It's not. It doesn't have.
Yeah, but
any
Gyökeres' movement's really good as well, though.
not to the level.
Yeah, he
not
is.
to the level of
He is,
Haaland.
man.
It's
No,
not even
obviously
close
not.
to the level
It's
of
not.
Haaland, bro.
Of course, it's not like Haaland levels, but bro, he does things similar. Poaching, waiting for the ball at the back of at the back post, running in behind at the correct time. Because let's say a defender has to twist his body to obviously adjust to go and obviously defend the ball. Bro, man's already in front of you. There's bare clips of him already with goals like that. I don't know. And for £60 million, considering, yeah, and I don't care about the add-ons, by the way, and I think that's including add-ons. Yes or no? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
From what I read, he's the most
something like that. Yeah, for £60 million, yeah, that's a fucking bargain, bro. 6'3", strong.
Is it a bargain?
Yes, it is a bargain. Because everyone's, you know what's funny? Yeah, everyone's got no issue.
It's only a bargain.
No one's got no issues coming from Portuguese players, not Portuguese nationality, like players that come from the league. Until it's a striker, like centre mid's fine, fullback's fine, centre back's fine, and the first thing people say, yeah, is Darwin Núñez. Oh, what? Gonçalo Ramos. Okay, great. Both of them come from Benfica, by the way. Maybe it's a problem with Benfica.
Yeah, but like, what other striker from that league has ever made it?
Good question.
The question is, how many strikers do you know that's
one.
come
I
from
can only
Portugal?
name one. I can literally
Tell me how many strikers you know that have come from the Portuguese league to the Premier League.
There's been a few.
We'll start there because that question you ask is
Ronaldo.
a good one.
He was a winner, though.
If you lot can give me 10 strikers that have come from
Why
the
does it have
Portuguese
to
league
be
to the
10?
Premier
I
League,
can give you 3, and that's enough.
Yeah.
well,
I mean,
three
it's
is enough to determine whether
enough.
a player is good. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but
when
who's
three has ever been enough of a higher
No,
number?
you're not doing it. 3 enough.
but who's the
3
last-
is enough to tell you how good the league is, and the league is ranked lower than.
In your opinion, then great.
No,
But
not
if
my
I-
opinion.
Who else has said that?
Kunle?
Who else has said that 3 is enough?
It's lower than Brazil. It's a lower
No,
rated league than Brazil.
Kunle, the
No,
quality of
I just
You
know
called the Brazilian league a farmers league. So don't tell me it's a lower rated league than Brazil.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. So for you,
But
because it's a lower rated league, that doesn't mean 3 examples is good enough to determine whether a striker can make it from that league. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to say,
How
Joey.
good the league is.
Yeah, but
Okay,
Kunle,
no, that's
I would
fine.
Say,
I'm saying
I would say
I'll give you a few. Then I'll give you a few.
the strength of the
'cause I
league
know
is
you're
not
gonna
my
say.
issue. I want to know.
Oh, yeah.
I actually want to know.
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
I've done it, so we can get a proper gauge.
Let me land 3 then, because I know people want to say that the other 3.
Oh.
Diogo Jota, rest in peace, come from there.
Yeah.
Raul Jimenez came from there as well. Came from Benfica. Falcao, anyone?
Yeah, but
Okay, but
Kaz,
Okay, so you don't like the 3 he's picked, Joey. You don't like the 3 he's picked. Yeah?
But I'll be fine answering the question. That's not a problem. You picked Diogo Jota, who came into this league as a 20-year-old. You also picked Falcao.
Why is there semantics now? There's no need for semantics.
What are you talking about? It's not like he scored goals in the Portuguese league. He was a 20-year-old who got pulled up into the wall.
Okay, so a guy that's not scored goals is more likely to do well than the guy that has done. I don't get what your point is there,
But Jota wasn't bought from Portugal directly
from Monaco.
into the Premier League to play straight away. He was bought into Championship and then grew with Wolves. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, but then then Gyökeres went from the Championship where he bagged it up, by the way, to the Portuguese league.
What we're saying, Kaz, is
they don't like the narrative.
Hold on, one sec. So I really want to explain. The Portuguese league, has a poor level in general of output of high quality strikers, as in the strikers that they omit find it very, very, very difficult to duplicate their success. And that's happened for years, from Jackson Martinez to Bastos to, Núñez to an extent, Ramos, all these guys, every single one of them found it difficult to duplicate. That's why people look at the Portuguese league with silence. That's what I'm saying about midfield. It's just strikers, number 9s in that league find it difficult to translate into other leagues.
Yeah, but can we be honest though? Darwin Núñez is not exactly a failure, is he? Like, the only thing that's a failure.
Has done fine.
I'm not saying Gyökeres is going to fail either.
But I'm just going to say, with Darwin Núñez, the only thing that let him down, not his movement, not really his link up, to be honest, or anything. It was just his finishing when it comes to the easy chances. Gyökeres is 10 times the finisher he is. So that's what I don't. And he's got elite movement like Darwin Núñez. He chases down balls, pulls like Darwin Núñez, Same thing. Loves the channels, just like the same kind of thing. So if you want to do a straight comparison, anyone in
Kaz,
the
Kaz,
league,
also
there we
on
go,
the
man.
back of what you're saying, like a lot of the talk when our key target was Sesko was, you lot are stupid. Why is it not Gyökeres, blah blah blah. Now we're getting Gyökeres. I'm hearing all the narratives change, and that people are pretending. People are pretending this is what they've been saying about him, and it's not. Let's cut out the bullshit. People were saying we were stupid for picking Sesko over Gyökeres, and now we're shitting on Gyökeres because Arsenal are close to signing.
Wait, Kunle, you mean?
Of course.
Wait, Kunle, you mean now that you're signing someone, rival fans are hating on it? Oh,
No, I'm not upset about it.
how
I'm just saying-
unpredictable, man!
Like it's so predictable. Like, and they're trying to deny that
How
wasn't the narrative.
unpredictable.
Well,
I've
okay.
been told works
It's
is
crazy.
Yeah, but-
works is all of a sudden average. You know this is
Right.
what
I
happens.
know.
Why are
That's
you
why I'm laughing about
surprised?
it.
Yeah, but,
Bro,
but
I love how you group everybody in the same fucking category when I've been sitting here for the last fucking 8 months on my channel shitting on this guy. So I don't really want to fucking.
I'm balanced, Christian. Hold on. Listen, I'm really confused here. With
Okay, so
some of
you
the chat.
picked
Listen,
Sesko over Gyökeres.
very simply, yeah. I'm saying the reason why some people are questioning the Portuguese league is because the league is weaker. It's a weak league. Even in the Golden Boot coefficient, it's only worth 1.5. UEFA see this as a weaker league than the rest of the leagues. Like, that's not to say that Gyökeres ain't gonna bang. Of course, he's a good striker. He's one of the best strikers on the market. He should be a success at Arsenal. You know, like, am I gonna nitpick this transfer because I'm a rival fan?
You just called him fat for no reason.
Why would I not nitpick this transfer? Because we're here to debate transfers and look at it from different angles. So if you want me to just agree with everybody, say, "Oh my God, Arsenal are buying," no, why? Well, let's just finish the stream.
I love the extremes you go to, Jay. I love the extremes you use to validate your point. I love it. I love it.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, but you know, it's the same thing I say for Monsters team. Verts will more than likely succeed because of what's around him already. Do you know what I mean? Like Sabozo, I wasn't his biggest fan. He came in, he didn't do too, he hasn't done too bad. He's not great.
His first
I remember Bournemouth in that. I remember.
He was really good his first 7
it's like that's why I reckon Verts succeeds. The same thing with Gyökeres. It's like look what's around him already. That's why I think you got Saka on one side. You might have Eze and Rodrigo, and I know you haven't said that, Jay, by the way. But I'm saying you might have both one or the other on the other side. You still got a hungry Erdegaard to prove himself yet again. And you got a good defense. I don't see how this just doesn't work out for my man. When they can get we all shitted on Havertz just for him to go do double digits, bro, in both assists and goals.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm not saying Havertz is bad, but we all were laughing when we saw that 65
I
minutes.
just personally think you have to adjust to him. That's the big thing for me. Is I think you have to adjust to him just a bit for him to be as successful as you.
Okay, so but my thing is like,
and I think
when I see players,
that's not a problem.
When I see players, I'll keep my opinion. Like everyone's Sancho. I'm like, this guy's game is not going to translate. Yeah. And it didn't translate. So I'm not saying, I want to understand from you, Kunle. Obviously, are we doing team outcomes or individual outcomes for Gyökeres? So are we saying, what is a successful season for Gyökeres? Is it X number of goals or is it Arsenal winning the league? Do you care what he does from an individual point of view if you win the league?
No.
If he scores 5 goals and we win the league, I don't give a damn, bro.
Serious
I hear that, though.
I don't give a damn. But I don't give a damn, Jay. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but
that's what I'm saying. Like,
100%.
I just want to criticize Núñez. You criticize Núñez, but Liverpool won the league with him last season. So are we doing outcome-based logic? Are we doing outcome-based logic, or are we doing individual-based logic?
Jay, don't do that. Jay, don't do that. Don't do that.
Nah,
but Jay,
stop. Why is everyone going crazy today on the stream? I just asked what would constitute Gyökeres being a success. Yeah, that's it. And so I'm saying outcome-based logic from a team or individual-based logic. Hold on. The question you asked was Gyökeres a success. So if it's Gyökeres, then it's his numbers determines whether
just
he.
Pretend it's no G.
Gyökeres, whether he does well. If you're asking what determines, no, I'm answering how I've heard your question. Innit? For me, if you're mentioning the player, then it's his contribution to whatever. If you're mentioning the team, then it's a different question. I don't think they're the same question.
So I'm asking you what would like. So I'm saying if you win the league next season with Gyökeres, will you classify the transfer as a success?
Yeah.
If he scores either important goals or has big numbers, yeah.
Okay. So
How many
I'm
goals do you
just-
think?
I'm
How
just
many goals
curious
do you
in
think? So on your what would you deem a success for Gyökeres then, considering he's £60 million?
Who are you asking?
Anyone? What's deemed a success then?
18
Individually,
plus. 18 plus.
18 plus.
In
I
your
think that's
first
fair.
season, that's about what I would say. 18 plus.
I say
In the league,
25
in the
goal
league, in
contributions
the
in
league.
the league. In the league,
In the
25
league,
goal
yeah.
contributions in
18
the league.
plus in the league.
18 being the goal side, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 18 plus in the league.
25 is a lot in the Premier League, to be fair.
Yeah,
20
for
would
your
be-
first season,
20
for your
would
first
be
season
better.
as well.
GA, I said GA, not goals. GA.
Not just goals.
Oh, fuck.
Why are you laughing?
I'm like, come on, man.
25 GA, man. What are we doing
Okay,
here?
I was expecting like
This is the era we're in, Jay. I hate
No,
this GA
listen,
discussion, but
so
since
like,
we're
yeah,
in this
I don't
era,
know.
Nah, I
Yeah.
think that I think the way that he's being spoken about, he has
he's
to
got to
get to
bang
that
goals.
in
He's got to bang goals, isn't it?
Yeah, he has to. Like just
Yeah.
the way that he's being
We got
spoken
Alice, by
about.
the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not buying him for the link up play, innit? We're
Exactly.
not,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's
like,
what I
bang
said.
goals.
I'm not going to change my opinion personally just because he didn't end up at United, isn't it? I understand that part. I'm not going to just say, oh, actually, you know what? Give it a couple months. But what's
yeah,
it
I was
called?
gonna say.
Yeah,
I
give
was
it a
gonna
couple
say.
But-
You're gonna hate after game week 1. What are you talking about? When you guys play them after the first week?
Yeah, I have to play. Yeah, but I don't
Yeah,
mind
but
if there's an
first week
adaptation
is great.
period where I don't mind an adaptation period. You might have if he comes, which is looking likely. It looks like it's going to be done this week as it goes. They keep talking about it could be done with hours, days. To be fair, they've been saying about that for Mbumo for the last flipping 5 weeks. But anyways, it might be all right for United's case because he might need to adjust for a couple games and then get going. Since he's so overweight, right, Jay?
He's not overweight.
Nah, he's destined to score in that game if you have him.
carrying a lot.
You know that, right?
He
You know your
might be-
Gyökeres is destined to score in that game. Right?
Overweight is harsh. He's
You know it.
just carrying too much size. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
so
sorry,
overweight.
guys. Like,
He's
Google how
over-
much. Google how much Gyökeres
Okay, Jay,
weighs
here we go.
and
How
then
about this
compare him
phrase?
to other players?
How about this?
That's
He's
definitely
over
not
the
the way
threshold
Not
of
this,
a
though. You want it
modern
down here.
Premier League
It's up here.
striker.
Thank you, Kaz. Modern
Okay.
strikers.
If he's covering his
not
eyes,
carrying as
bro,
much
if
weight
he's
as
covering
Gyökeres.
his if you're covering your eyes with the Bane mask, you're doing something wrong. I'm telling you,
I'm just
something
saying.
wrong going on.
But I'm gonna say this, yeah. I'm not just jealous because obviously he's like he can put the ball at the back of the net, and I think he's gonna do it quite a lot, right? Especially against these teams that think they can play ball, like Burnley or something, and play a higher line. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna absolutely kill those ones, but. It's just the celebrations, man. I think the celebrations the coldest in the game. It's the best in the game. It's the best. Unless someone can remind me, there's another one that's kind of close in it. But when my man's doing Born in the Darkness, I'm jealous, bro. Makes me want to go watch
come on,
Dark Knight.
man.
I want to go watch Dark Knight now. Do you know what I mean?
It's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
Well, the
One
first
of my
one.
favorite movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
100,
first one is
100%.
I actually saw it 3 times in the cinema. That's how.
All I know,
Oh,
yeah, there's
that's-
gonna be
that's-
someone in. There's gonna be someone in that stadium. There'll probably be
I
there'll be
get
someone in that.
up for
There'll be someone in that stadium, yeah. And his probably name's gonna be a gal that's gonna wear a Batman suit to it. And that's gonna go viral with it.
Not too much. Not too much.
I'd
not too much
probably
on the
say
gal. Come on, man.
Isaks or Coles are close to it.
I mean, you know what we need? We need someone needs to go
This
and
one with
convince Lee
Isak
Judges to put on a Bane suit so we can call him a malnourished Bane or something like that, just for the bants. You know what I mean? Someone bald and hench has got to put on a Bane suit. If you don't do it, then the whole institution of Arsenal fan base.
Oh yeah,
is-
there'll
is folded.
definitely be somebody in a
There'll be
Batman
someone
suit.
in the crowd.
Yeah.
so-
Someone in a Bane suit's got to run that up.
Yeah, there'll be someone in the crowd.
But I'm really looking. But Kaz, haven't you got Arsenal game 1?
Yeah. Old
Yeah,
Trafford's
I'm
good.
not even allowed to,
I'm really
I'm not
looking
allowed
for-
to hate on these type of celebrations because
You got to face him match day 1.
Match day 1.
Ooh, and maybe
we know the
Rodrigo as
Premier
well.
League is a first impression league.
What is it?
So I'm looking forward to that game.
Yeah, you know what? Hopefully he's on the bench because I feel like he might start on the bench, then come on. That's usually the case, isn't it? With a lot of new players, which I actually can't stand.
depends on
by the way.
how soon they
You have
get
to see because sometimes, like when Aubameyang first played, you just saw straight away this guy's. You knew like for match day 1,
You're gonna
Yeah,
have to
Aubameyang
deal with
was
this
gonna
guy
be
for a while.
the guy. You see that little thing, you see that little chip finish. I know Connor knows exactly what that little chip finish, first goal,
Yeah,
debut, that little dink. You just thought, yeah, fuck, this guy's gonna be a problem, bro. The second he arrived, same with Alexis. Second this player arrived, you knew it was just raps. You know what I'm saying? So it could be.
Yeah, so that's what.
If he does well against United, it could be an actor.
But,
innit?
such a unique
kill
for the
isn't
Aubameyang
that what
today,
we're
man.
expecting from Verts, though?
Huh?
Younger
That's what we're
version,
expecting
man.
from Verts, yeah?
Yeah.
They like day one, like
just because you signed Saikai, bro. Don't be mad at us, bro.
Yeah, but
you're signing up.
But Mons, you also had a good debut with Núñez, didn't you?
Nah, because when we drew the game and the flick was a nice goal, but it wasn't like he didn't light up the place.
Okay,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of. I didn't really watch Community.
I feel like Diaz had.
No. I'm talking at Matchday 1 in the Prem. He scored like a backheel flick against Fulham.
Oh yeah, but I was talking about the Community Shield. That was technically his first.
Yeah, but that was that. To be fair, that was a decent game.
No, to be fair, Mons, like that was his debut.
The Community Shield was, right?
Yeah, but I just don't.
I
heard people saying Núñez will score more than Haaland after the Community Shield. So one game.
Everyone's the Community Shield and the first day of the season. There's going to be wild takes. That's what we always do every year. There's going to be a lot of wild takes. I'm looking forward to them. Bro, the Premier League is a first impression league. We are very knee-jerk in analysis. Right. So that first Community Shield game, that first weekend, there's just going to be, and there's some really good fixtures in that. Like United Arsenal is a ridiculous fixture for either team, because whoever loses that game or drops points.
I'm trying to lose the Community Shield. I'm trying to lose the Community Shield against Palace. I'll be honest.
So that means you don't win the league. It's like
I ain't winning. I'm not winning the league. If we win the Community Shield, we're not winning the league.
You don't win the league.
Oh, you know about that thing?
Yeah, brother. We ain't
not many people know about that thing, you know. Yeah,
Broski, I'm telling you right now.
That thing is mad.
Remember, Kunle, didn't you, man, win on penalties against us, and then we went on to do what?
That community shield thing is a bit mad. I'm not gonna lie. If you win that, you don't usually win the league that year.
Yeah.
I
remember when me and Brewster missed the penalty.
Have you ever been there? Yeah, have you ever been at one of those games?
No, I was gonna say I've never been in a community shield. I've never had to check the data. Maybe next year.
I said I've never had to check the data.
I've never had to check the data, boys.
You are crazy.
But I am going to be in the European Super Cup this year.
You winning that?
You know.
Winning that?
Probably.
Hey, I love the answers, mate. Probably.
Yeah, probably, bro.
When is that, by the way?
You need to go into politics no matter what you say, bro. You must. Bro, you must. I'm not having it, bro.
I'm
pushing for you.
I should probably talk to you actually, because I am doing some work in Nigeria in a couple of months. So
we should talk. We should discuss.
Yeah. All above board. No 419.
Why did you have to clarify that, bro? Why did you have to clarify?
Nobody was
questioning you.
Nobody was
giving
you any questions about it.
You got 3 Nigerians on the panel, bro. No one's going to question you here, bro.
Yeah, why? Yeah, listen. And sorry, can I just say,
I don't believe I started.
Why do people think that Thomas Frank's tricky lily whites are going to be a walk in the park for Paris Saint-Germain? Do you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, can I tell you why? Can I tell you why? Yeah, because I don't even want to think what Kvaratskhelia is gonna do.
He ain't gonna do shit. He ain't gonna do shit. But play Jed Spence. This man is locking Kvara up.
Boy, imagine Basuma imagine Basuma trying to clamp Vitinha. That's gonna be a funny sight, man. It's gonna be a funny sight, man.
Jay, I have a light.
Welcome to the penitent.
Yo, I might have a chance to play PSG in a week, okay? In 4 days.
Oh, by the way, and they got 2 players missing.
Reece James saying that, okay? So just relax, all right? I'm not sitting here with Reece James saying that. And I have to play Vara in a week, maybe, if we win tonight. Like I'm not even saying that. So relax, all right, please?
Anyway, let's get back to this.
But what I'm hearing, guys, is there's a lot of backseat drivers trying to tell us how we should go about dealing with PSG.
I'm not a backseat driver. I'm dealing with PSG in 4 days, bro. What do you mean? If I win tonight, I'm dealing with PSG in 4 days.
From teams that lost to this team, we will work it out. And then we'll send all you man the blueprint.
No, but wait, hold on. Joey, was anyone giving him advice? Did anyone give him advice? We just told you what the outcome is going to be, bro.
I wouldn't accept the advice anyway. That's my point.
Phil says Gyökeres ain't it. 50 goals in Portugal is 8 out of 10 in the Premier League. Anyways, Liverpool in for Sesko will be hilarious. I mean, it's not the worst outcome in the world, even if it is or not, to be honest. But yeah, get back onto the whole Gyökeres stuff. Yeah, look, he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be a good player, innit? I don't know how many Núñez got, but he got like 15, 16 Premier League goals. So I don't think that translates for that exactly. I think that's what he got in his first season and then once. Núñez got like 15 goals. Was it like 15, 14, 15, 16 goals?
So
In the Prem, he got like 8. I think he got 8 in his first season.
Is it 8 or second season?
But it was his second. Núñez' second season numbers wise looked very respectable in all comps, especially. So in the Prem, he got 11 goals and 8 assists. Not last season, but in his second season. That's nearly pretty much 20 GA. Played his most games. From a goal standpoint, it's not respectable, but from a GA standpoint, it's not like horrible. Since Núñez has come in, fun fact, since Núñez has actually been signed by Liverpool, he's got the second most goals and assists since he's come in at the club. Yeah. But like you can't fool me. You know what I'm saying? You can't fool me, innit? I won't be fooled by that. You know what I'm saying? Get it? Like when you came in, Firmino was entering his unk stage. You know what I'm saying? Gakpo was playing false 9 when he wasn't really a false 9. Like, you can't fool me. Diaz got his dad kidnapped and had an ACL. You can't fool me. You know what I'm saying? Shit was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Lai says, I swear, Spuds somehow win the Super Cup. We have to listen to Jay yap 10 minutes on every stream about the only BJ no man gives a shit about.
So what I wanted to say is, obviously, that sounds like hating talk. I don't know what team you support. But
Lies
I
a
was having
Chelsea
this conversation with Arsenal fans the other day, yeah.
Jay's a Chelsea fan.
They were telling me, listen, Jay, you know what? You've never won the Premier League. Yours isn't gold. Yada yada yada. And I said, you know what? I appreciate that. I respect where you're coming from. However, we did bring home the biggest trophy that North London's seen for the last 20 years. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm telling you guys that we're driving at the moment. Now, you guys can complain about our driving. You guys can want to take over the wheel. But right now, we're the ones driving, yeah? So allow us, yeah? I don't want to hear your jokes. I don't want to hear your kekeke until we do something kekeke-worthy, okay? At the moment, we're reigning Europa League champions. Not defending because we're in the Champions League. But you get my point, guys. Come on. I appreciate it's always fun to mock Spurs, but let's, have some decorum. Do you know what I mean? Like, just...
You've had zero decorum since you've been on the stream, bro, and you're asking from us. The audacity of you, Jay. The audacity of this guy.
What we say, Madueke's valuation, apparently Chelsea standing firm. Doesn't look like Arsenal want to pay it. No, it looks like Arsenal don't want to pay it.
Good. It's a spokescreen. We're not signing this Madueke or Madueke.
10 million.
Igbo boy is not coming to us.
10 million isn't a lot, bro.
Yeah,
10 million is not a lot.
All right, I don't know why you're smiling, because they didn't want to put 10 million up extra for Sesko.
10 million is not a lot for Chelsea.
Yeah, in Berta's eyes, yes, it is.
Bro, we're
not
buying that guy, man.
I don't think you're gonna buy him. I'll be honest. Because I saw today he's got 5 years left on his. He's got 5 years left on his deal or something like that still, and he's Maresca's very happy to keep him, whatnot, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Pretty much, which was an article earlier.
We'll see.
Are we saying that Arsenal So up Madueke, Eze, and let's say like the stars align, or Rodrigo or something. Are we saying
I wanted to have him though, Joey?
Are they getting 1? Are they getting 2?
I wanted to have him.
What do you guys think?
Wait, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I think they still end up with Rodrigo. I think they get Rodrigo. They get Rodrigo, man.
Rodrigo.
He can't even Madueke is a smoke screen that everybody wants to happen.
Every piece of news that has come out about Rodrigo to Arsenal includes Martinelli being sold, and until that happens, I see that with my eyes. That shit's not happening.
How is that possible?
Every piece of news that I've seen about Rodrigo.
So Madueke can happen then. One sec. So
yeah,
Madueke
can absolutely happen.
Why?
It's on 50K. He's on 50K and Rodrigo's on 250.
200.
It's that simple.
Let's make sure we don't inflate figures.
It's half the price for Madueke than to Rodrigo, realistically. Around half.
No, but Joey, all it is
wages are at 50K.
All it is,
tell me why I'm wrong.
And Kaz, I won't lie. Kaz called me and some other fans out about this in the past. You're deciding what story to believe. That's literally what it is, bro.
Okay,
that's literally what it is. Like, because the stories I've seen don't include Rodrigo doesn't have anything to do with Martinelli going. It's if we want to sign a player like Eze or something. If you want to sign Rodrigo and Eze, then yeah. But
should I add something? Apparently, Trossard's going to be he's in talks with a Turkish club.
Fenerbahce's in talks with.
That's it, Fenerbahce.
Would you? Is it possible it's either Rodrigo or Eze and Madueke?
Just go get Rodrigo then. One that.
Do you see what I mean? Because like if you got both of them for 50 and Rodrigo's like 80, and the wages as well.
Please,
So
the reason why
would you prefer Rodrigo or Eze and Madueke?
Rodrigo.
Ooh. Just Rodrigo on his own rather than those two.
Yeah.
I think I'd take the two.
And the reason why there's a reason.
Yeah,
there's a reason
here's
why
the funny
is
part. People don't want to believe the most reputable journalist in the game when he speaks, but will listen to everybody else when they speak.
When did Ornstein tweet about
Bro, just go look it up. I don't need it.
Ornstein, he did say that. He did say that. He did.
Bro,
what did he say? What did he say?
He said in order for the Rodrigo, he said for the Rodrigo signing, he said we imagine that he said that Martinelli would probably have to leave, or a winger would have. He said Martinelli specifically. He said Martinelli.
No, he said Martinelli.
Oh, he did, yeah.
The Martinelli specifically, but he said that Martinelli feels like he's too young to be going to Saudi at this
age. I remember. I remember
age, yeah.
Stage or age, something like that.
Stage or age, something like that.
Stage of his career.
But I don't know why.
He said it on his pod thing, innit? He said it on his pod thing.
Yeah, bro. Like I don't know why I have to go based off of other reports when the most reputable guy is telling me this information.
But the most reputable guy ain't always right, though, right?
But you,
yeah.
I don't think
Kunle, you can't. The Kunle, you know what it is, bro. You're saying to Joey, like the most reputable guy can't always be right. But if it was the other way around, and the most reputable guy was telling you Rodrigo was going to happen, you'd be.
No, but to be honest,
right?
me,
you'd be
I'm not
that,
with
right?
it. No, not me. I've said.
Come on now, though.
You go on Steam about Rodrigo, bro. You're backflipping all the way to the UK and back.
Not me.
Happy birthday, by the way, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Oh, happy birthday, my G.
Cheers, man. I appreciate it. I've been consistent. Yeah, my thing is I'm the worst. Until I see the yellow bar on Sky Sports News, I don't believe anything. I will discuss everything, but I literally do not believe anything that says
news, bro?
Yes. That's what I'm.
But I don't understand.
I'm not waiting for any links on
by
this
the
side.
By the way, Kunle, yeah, you already had money to go and secure someone big wage. You didn't need to sell someone's wages to shift to go and get, let's say, a Gyökeres. Yeah, that was already there available. Thomas Partey was on big wages. He's gone. So that wage is free for the likes of Rodrigo.
Yeah, but then they replace key players with Thomas Partey.
But Tommy Asu's gone. Bro, you think Zubimendi's on a high wage?
Bro, they bought Tommy Asu.
You think Norgard is on a high wage?
Zubimendi's gonna be on a high wage, but I don't
he's not, bro.
Right.
He's a low wage.
Okay, so wait, do you think Zubimendi's gonna be on 200k plus, Joe?
I think he's on 150, 160.
150.
Okay, so we're now calling 150 big wages now because Arsenal did.
150 is not Arsenal, but I mean, everyone gets paid at Arsenal.
No, but you just said big wages and you mentioned 150, so I'm just.
But we're talking about Thomas Partey's wages.
Why are you shouting? Why are you shouting?
He's passionate.
I'm gonna turn down my
passion. You remember when you used to be a true fan before you know?
Actually, how about this, Joey? I think he was in the chat. To be fair, 2 days ago, like against Jimmy, I said, you know what? Let me just try be like Jimmy, and of course, I ended up in the end. I think I was doing all right, and then in the end, I lost because he done a thriller thing in it, and I was like, yeah, I can't be asked. So, so I was like, yeah, done. I'm done. Like I tried and I realized it's just I can't do it no way. You're trying to compete with Jimmy in the shout and stuff, even with Joey.
You'll lose
Joey, you're in New Yorker, innit? Are you in New Yorker, Joey? Yeah, long.
Yeah,
he's a host as well. Jimmy, that battle's just never gonna end well.
I brought my whole life to it, man.
Yeah.
I brought my whole life.
Hey. No, but the reality for me, I think I saw something in the chat. The reason why I don't get so moved by all this Ornstein and all these different right, that was crazy. All these rumor merchants is because I've sat through so many summer windows where we're Links FC. So I try not to get moved by anything until they say we've signed the player. It might be PTSD for me, probably is.
No, I hear it.
I don't get moved by it.
I'm gonna sit and wait with you guys. That's where I'm at. I'm not gonna say nothing's gonna happen. I'm not gonna say something's gonna happen. I'm just going based off of what I'm hearing. And what I'm hearing is first Martinelli needs to go, and then Rodrigo. seems to be the more important deal for you is Eze. Like Eze seems to be the most important deal.
I think that's the easier one compared to Rodrigo. I think it's the easier one.
I agree. I think it's the easiest one out of all three of the deals.
By the way, Eze's on 100K a week. What do you make?
Oh, if Eze comes, he's getting like near 200 grand a week. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Bro, Havertz is on 285, bro.
I'm gonna be so serious.
Havertz got a Champions League medal, bro.
I'm gonna be so serious.
Okay, cool.
And he scored in the final. Eze's got what? Crystal Palace.
My entire thought.
So Eze don't have an FA Cup winning goal from last season.
Yeah, but is it the same?
I don't. So Crystal Palace.
Are we comparing the FA Cup goal with a Champions League final goal? Are we doing? I don't mind doing that because then that gives me a lot of good arguments for the future. So, what do you want to do?
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Walk away like I thought.
The one thing that I did want to say is Berta has been a lot more cognizant about the wages overall. Like I heard Norgard's on a very low wage scale overall. Like he's not bringing. It doesn't seem like he's bringing in players to like really.
Oh yeah, Jorginho was on something healthy as well before he's gone. We forgot about that.
Yeah, I think he's trying to balance the wage back.
Zinchenko's about to go as well. Zinchenko's going. 100%.
Yeah, but I don't. Cass, here's the thing: is I don't know if Arsenal want to continue on this wage path. You know what I'm saying? Like the path of having to pay over what Kai Havertz is right now. Like each player that wants a renewal has to get paid more than Kai Havertz because they're outplaying him. Like I don't think they want to go down that path. I think the idea of this whole Berta situation, and including Gyökeres, right? Because Gyökeres came out and said that he's willing to take a pay cut for his wages to join Arsenal, right? Like he came out. Fabrizio even came out and said that. So like for me it seems like he's trying to balance the wage structure again, and that's where my mind is at. Of like I don't know if Rodrigo is the answer to that, unless they do replace.
Well, when you deep it, it's not as bad as what people make it out. Like Kai Havertz is the top paid, whatever. Gabriel Jesus, he's got a couple more years left.
Right.
I don't know what's going to happen there, to be fair. Erdegaard's 240, Declan Rice 240. He's going to stay. Partey was the last one that was in the twos. He's gone. Saka's on 195. Saliba 190. Yeah, maybe Gabriel Martinelli does need to leave. But the way I'm looking at it, Zinchenko's 150. That's gonna go. Jorginho 110. That's gone.
But where?
They're not paying for Raheem Sterling for 110 anymore. So that's two. If I'm gonna do some maths, let me do some maths. I've done the same thing for Liverpool before, so why not, right? Thomas Partey 200.
I hear what you're going
310.
With, the wages
420. Kieran Tierney. By the way, one sec. Kieran Tierney was on 110. That's 520. Tomiasu's on 100. That's 620. By the way, bro, they just saved 620 grand a week. Their wages are not actually that bad, bro.
Now,
I'll be real.
But the idea isn't to add back those wages.
Yeah, but
the idea is to get something that's more manageable. So when
I hear that. But let's be real. Gyökeres is not going on anything above 2 bills. Yeah, I'm telling you that. No, he's not. Yeah, so that's fine. So
what's the problem if he was?
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's not going to go on. He's not going to go.
You don't know that. What the problem? No. There's no way. If Arsenal go and pay Gyökeres less than Kai Havertz, then there's something in the water over there, isn't it? But my point is that I know it's not feasible to have two.
I'm literally.
Yeah, we're all just speculating. I hear it.
I'm just on a show, acting like saying what I think. Why is that such a problem?
Honestly, I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm saying that if Gyökeres is deemed one of the top strikers at the moment in the market, then even if Arsenal are paying him 250 bags a week, so fucking what? In my opinion, like he is in the market, you have to pay, and a lot of the time overpay for what you get. And
exactly,
he's a top striker in the market. And he's getting 250 for me. So what?
Like, yeah, but that's not. It's not
that's supposed to be back in 20th season.
Yeah, but I think
that's why everyone's annoyed that Havertz is on that type of money, because the Havertz money is probably what Gyökeres should be getting. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but the leverage there. But said that's not my signing, and he could say
he should be on that type of money.
But Mons, you ain't seen money until you see this Saka renewal. This Saka renewal, I'll be shocked if he signs it for less than 350.
Again, he's their best. He's Arsenal's best player.
No, and that's fair. What I'm saying
300 and crazy bonuses.
Yeah, but you know, but the thing is,
I don't know what Saka has to do with this. But yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I know Arsenal's
Hold on
wage
one
will
sec.
probably have to drop. No, Joey's right. Joey's right in the sense that the wage bill probably overall does have to. Like they can't continue slapping this.
That's my
point.
point.
Yeah, it's not feasible. It's not necessarily feasible for that. But I think with the Gyökeres signing, I think maybe that falls outside of the bracket.
Well, yeah, no, Gyökeres you can get.
I think that one just falls outside of the bracket. That's all I'm saying. Jamie. That one falls outside.
So I just Gyökeres said he was willing to take 2 million. That's 40,000 a week that he's willing to take off of his wages to join Arsenal.
That's what.
This is like all I'm saying is like they're preparing to give players money. Like you have to lower the wage brackets in different areas for you to be able to pay the other guys.
But what I'm saying, they've lost 620 and they lost 620 and they're going to lose more out of that wage pocket per week. Yeah. What one said, no one said that. What's wrong with that? No one said there's nothing wrong with that. I'm trying to make up that wage bill. Even if they put Rodrigo on 200 to 250, which is probably going to be the case, he will leave. Because he wants to leave, and no one else will probably pay that. Maybe by Bayern Munich. Gyökeres is in such a particular moment that he's not going on 250, let alone 300. What was reported before? Because guess what? The only club that want you right now is Arsenal. They have all the power. You are willing to give out 2 million. They'll probably give it back to you, by the way, in signing on fees. So he's gonna go on something lower than Kai Havertz, whether you look like it or not. So if they're saving between,
and obviously he's coming from the weaker league,
by the way,
only the Portuguese league, where no one does well anyway.
If they do get rid of Trossard, that's the extra 90k off the bags. That's 700k. Look, they're fine.
I just think that you're missing
their management. No, but what my point is, their management is fine. They're paying okay. When you look at the drop off of who's actually left and what they can do, they're fine because because you look at it as a 5-year plan. In the next 2 years, Havertz probably won't be there no more. Martinelli probably won't be there no more, and so what's his name? What's his name that we just talked about? Jesus won't be there no more. So when you look at it on an extended, they're fine.
Here's the thing. But here's the thing, right?
That's why Rodrigo
They didn't give Partey a deal, regardless on the situation, but they didn't give Partey a deal, right? And they went with a cheaper option. Correct or no?
Or they knew about the charges and decided against it.
The idea is didn't replace that wages directly with the same wages though, Kunle. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? They didn't.
Why do we have to though? I don't understand.
But that's the point.
Okay, what's your point?
I'm trying to make the point that he's trying to cut wages in certain areas so he can actually pay the people that he wants to pay.
I don't think Partey is a good example to use. Though.
Sure,
I hear what you're trying to say in general.
See what I'm going with it?
Yeah. I was just like on my side with this. Arsenal are gonna. They're obviously gonna reinvest the wages regardless. You know, like it's just like they know what they can spend and yada yada. I think Arsenal had a decent wage structure. And I think it is getting expensive now, but you have to pay to win. Do you know what I mean? You have to. Those are the kind of wages you have to pay, and I think it's more going to be the issue if Arsenal want to sell people because Arsenal aren't great sellers. I think all Arsenal fans will acknowledge they're not great sellers.
Because of the people that are leaving on a free.
So, like, if you've got a Ben White now, who's on 150k a week that you spend 40-50 million on, who's gonna buy? Like, that's a 40-50. That's these deals afterwards. They're expensive. Do you know what I mean? And it's difficult for Arsenal to make it back with the big wages. But
they don't have to.
That's what I'm saying. You're using the wrong example of players, man. Like Ben White's not.
No.
He's been there for years now, bro. It's been
I'm saying if Arsenal, if Arsenal wanted to sell Ben White now, how much do you think you could get for him?
50 million straight.
Yeah, at least.
From who?
From someone will pay it.
No one will pay it.
What do you mean? He's still good, bro.
You would have to take a pay cut for them
taking a pay cut. 150 ain't that bad, bro.
Who's paying that?
I guarantee Aston Villa will probably play that, bro. There'll be bare teams that'll pay that. You know what?
No, they won't. No, they won't.
40-50 million, Ben White will get bought.
Look at they're already over
Munich, PSG.
You're trying to like he's shit.
PSG about Ben White. 50 million.
Yeah, I think they'll take it. I think they'll probably take it. I think they'll take it.
Don't let me bring out the list of money they paid in the last 5 years on players. So don't look.
No one's paying 50 million for Blanco. This is the point.
When I'm seeing Axel Disaster go or Badiashile 35 million.
They're on 50K a week.
Ben White's going on. What do you think Ben White will go?
$50K a week. They're on $50K a week.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, if that's the truth. But I'm just saying,
That's what I'm
someone
trying
will
to
pay
say.
for Ben
Like,
White.
it's easier to get you out if you're on low wages. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly the point.
Yeah, that's
I've been
our
trying to
issue.
make.
That's Man United's big issue at the moment. Is this is why you don't give all them stupidness. But Arsenal are not a selling club, so who gives a fuck? The thing is for them, yeah, they want to go and win. They don't need to be this like, oh my god, how much value we're gonna get back because we bought him for 50 million. He's on 150.
It's only someone like Havertz and
Arsenal's meant to be.
Jesus that might be
Arsenal's meant to be the final destination type club, not the club that you're gonna sell on and make a profit.
No, but obviously,
And to be fair, how long has Ben White been there for? How long has Ben White been there? 4 years? Is it 4 years? They bought him 50 million. Yeah, bro. All you got to do to get him on a plus side of the value of side of money. All they got to do is get more than 10 million for him, right? Then they've made money on the books.
All right, but when they don't sign all the signings that they want because they don't end up having enough to spend on these players because they have the wage bracket that they're in, that they end up putting themselves in again, like you did, like Manchester United did. Like when we get back, we can come right back.
Even you, Chelsea, will put it down. You put it right down.
Same thing, bro. Like regardless on what you think that it's the final destination, most of these teams, regardless on who you are, even if you're the final destination, still can sell a player. Like still.
I don't think, no, regardless of all of that, I don't think Arsenal want to pick off and they're just fine. They can go get Rodrigo, period, what fucking David Ornstein says sometimes. I think they're fine.
We'll see, right? We'll see.
Can I ask you about Mbeumo? Because I just
one sec. Man City would love... Well, first and foremost, yeah, who wrote it?
A decent source, actually. It's called S. Tableau.
A decent source.
It's called S.
I already know that it's a bookie source when he...
Who is S. Tableau?
I swear it's the name of the person you asked for, not if it was a decent source.
I'm giving you context as to why he's a decent source.
He asked for a name, Jay. When you open that name,
because when I say
Kaz, you already see it's funny now already.
S. Tableau doesn't sound
really politician. The answer
doesn't sound like one of the Steens that you seem so keen on earlier.
Brother, he asked for a name. We didn't ask for a build-up and admin.
I was just giving context that he's not going to know the name.
Oh my god! You know what? To be fair, I think he covers like Brentford and
That's
other
what I'm
things.
saying.
Yeah, standard.
He's a decent source for Brentford, right?
Yeah. Maybe, but I feel like I know what you're gonna say. I already read that up. I reckon it's just Brentford throwing out stuff to pressure Man United to pay up the 63 million that they want in it up front.
And you called it, Cass. You said you'd get linked to Callum Wilson.
I knew I had to explain the source. This is why I had to explain the source. It sounds ridiculous on its own.
Yeah, no. He covers like Palace, Fulham, Brentford. No, because I think I didn't know who he was talking about like until I actually clocked who he was talking about. But the thing is, I reckon that's just Brentford trying to pressure Man United, which is fair enough. Like they're gonna grow frustrated. No, they're not. They've got a whole preseason to go. I thought they would, because remember, if we put 2 and 2 together, their director of football or whoever it was came out and then a whole interview and said Brian Mbeumo's happy to stay for another year. Yeah, he's happy to stay another year. He's happy to come back to training. He's fine. Blah, blah, blah.
Honestly,
so it's like on that notice, if they're frustrated, it's Brentford done this in the last 3 weeks. But Man United's gonna pay up.
Listen, Cass, you got to be careful with these Brentford brothers. I remember with Raya. Honestly, they did it to Tottenham with Raya. Yeah, they were like, Spurs we want to buy Raya. They said we're not going a penny under this. We're not going a penny under this. 2 days to go with the transfer window. I will give Arsenal a loan with an obligation, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, guys? So honestly, Brentford, they will cut their nose off to spite their face.
No, but we'll pay it. We'll pay it. Now they know that Elanga.
They'll fuck you over, and then they'll loan Mbeumo to Tottenham with 45 minutes to go on deadline day.
But the thing is, I don't want to wait that long, and two, they'll get their money, man. Look, Elanga, we just got like 5-6 million for him. And we also got what's it called? One of the other youngsters. We got 2.5 million for him as well. It's like all that leverage is there. They know this. They're not dumb. They run like Brighton, man. They're gonna haggle until they can't. That's it. It's just have to pay up.
They're good negotiators.
55 million, yeah.
Are good negotiators, bro. They know what they're doing.
They're gonna have to, man. I mean, look, Man United. Obviously, you don't stay in this for like nearly going on 6 weeks to not pay up that money. It's unless if you don't, then boy, there's gonna be riots. But yeah, we'll see, man. It's frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. It was going so well, and then until it didn't.
Have you not signed Mbeumo yet? What's going on?
Nah, man, not even then. And then there's like now this whole striker thing's all up in the air. We just got linked to Moise Kean.
Mm-hmm.
Moise Kean, I know he had a good. Don't get me wrong.
And a good loan period of you, mate.
The thing is, he killed it for Fiorentina, but it's like, but you're in Italy though, kind of. And I know you're a good footballer, and I don't want to use Everton time as because that Everton was shite, yeah. But Moise Keane, is that what you can come up with?
That'd be horrid. If you had like why don't you just get Watkins then?
But I think that's the target. That's my guess.
That's actually a good move.
I actually think that's actually a good move.
And it's not a bad move. That he gets you back into the top 8, and then we can go again a couple of years later.
Yeah, step by step, incremental.
Yeah. There's no need to go on a mad thing straight away because you lot aren't there yet.
I said that. I said I don't mind guaranteed goals, innit?
Even Mateta would be not be a bad one either.
Oh, bro, that's
Mateta would be. Mateta might take them into the top 6. Like that's
Mateta like
within Wemo. Bro, I really like Mateta.
Top 6.
I love
17 to 6.
I love Mateta, bro.
10 places.
United and Wemo. Out of United and Spurs, who do you think is more likely to return to the top 6 next season?
I honestly think
at the moment, I think at the moment with what our current signings.
Like obviously, like let's assume that you get Mbeumo and assume Spurs get Kudus.
I think because of your manager at the moment, he hasn't proven anything, but I don't think neither.
You don't think neither?
I'll be real. United's only issue, not for me, is not defensive overall. It's more of a goalkeeping part, obviously, which is a part of the defense, but it's scoring goals. So that's why I say whenever it comes down to it, all United need to do is get a decent enough midfielder that can cover, like not that can play the ball. Actually, I've seen you man play 4 times. But the other part, but what's been our issue every time we play against you, bar one game? 3 of those games we couldn't score goals.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just seeing in my future comunicado aficionado in October for Amorim. That's what I'm saying.
But my thing is just scoring goals. So if I get Mbeumo, Cunha, and a Watkins, I feel like I'm kind of sorted in that department.
I feel like Ineos have continually let you down, Kaz, and I feel like this is going to be just
when are we running it back, bro?
They're going to let you down again, Kaz. I don't know how.
Been a while.
Bro, it's that Højlund's desire to stay at the club is perfect.
I was so upset.
It's like Roma back to loan, isn't it?
So that came out.
Wait, you didn't hear Højlund?
No. Hey, JJ, we have to take a minute here. Sorry, please. Sorry,
Jay, you know what?
You didn't know it was Højlund's desire to stay at the club.
Yeah.
Jay, you know when I knew that
I
knew that Ineos wasn't going to work out is they literally could have taken like Kefren Turam from Nice before he went to.
We couldn't. No, we couldn't.
Why? Because you guys were
we got blocked. We got blocked.
From what?
Oh, actually.
From the UEFA.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yes.
Why would you even sell him that year then?
Because we did.
He shouldn't have sold him then that year.
Did he not go on like a free or some shit like that?
No, it was 25 million.
Yeah, we couldn't do that. They might, bro. French clubs need money too, you know. Like they got to do their PSR shit and all that bullshit.
Bro, there's so much shit that there's workarounds with that shit.
Bro, when Juve come in for him, where his dad used to play, by the way, where his dad used to play, of course he's gonna want to go over there.
There's not a workaround for something like that.
What are you talking, bro? We're not allowed to sign for 1 year. For 1 year, we're not allowed to until September now. Kefren Turam, where his dad used to play, and he goes, and also his brother plays in the same league.
There's still other players
going in for him when needs need money.
You can get
there's a good reason why there's a lot of owners in France that don't make money because you have to sell regardless. A bit like your flip situation at Strasbourg.
Yeah, we flip every week. Every year we flip players at Strasbourg.
Exactly. So we're not even allowed the loans. We were meant to get Todibo, that got blocked as well. Like it was all that.
That's crazy, actually. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
It is what it is. But United needs to get a fucking move on, bro. Because if I do see Højlund in a United shirt and I see him playing week in, week out, I'm gonna be hammering him out. I'll be hammering him out real quick. You hammer him
out now, but anyway, that's another conversation.
Nah, man. I don't subscribe to fast food like you, man.
It's not fast.
So it's a bit like when Klopp had a bit of a bandy season, you lot were on the fence all of a sudden, isn't it?
Yeah, standards.
Yeah, so not really. You lot don't have to be grateful. Yeah,
you call it defense.
A bit like when Kunle was Arteta out at one point. You know what I mean?
And because he has standards.
No, but then he flipped.
That's a bit.
I'm Arteta out now. I've never been Arteta out before.
Stop lying.
There was one day after the day of the Villarreal game. I had an emotional moment, but other than that, that's it.
What you said about Luis Diaz? Looks like he's going to be off somewhere unless Liverpool
the Diaz situation is interesting, guys. Like because First of all, like, obviously, I throw my 2 cents in, Mons, and you can defend Liverpool because I'm sure you're a good fan. I look at it like this, yeah. One, Diaz is obviously to an extent underpaid. From what I've read the reports,
50 grand.
Yeah, 50, it says 50, 60 grand, whatever. So obviously, Liverpool are in this situation where with him being like 27, 28, it's like logically he's got 2 years left on his contract. Why am I gonna basically extend that, right? So my thought is, with Jota, the untimely death of Jota, horrible. I understand why Liverpool might want to keep him, but also I understand the concept of life is too short. He should go and enjoy himself. He should go play where he wants to play. If Liverpool don't want to bump his wages up, I feel like Liverpool fans are now, turning on him a little bit in terms of the reaction to how he's been after Jota. I'm like, I don't know if there's a typical way that you should behave after it. I don't think there's any one way for grief. I think Liverpool fans are getting on him a little bit. I think if you get 70 million, you probably have to sell him. But what do you think?
He thinks that right now that apparently Tottenham are not going in for another bid for Kudus.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Claret and Hugh, the West Ham source.
Yeah. I literally just saw that.
Oh, just come out about 10 minutes ago. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. West Ham Central. Yes, it is. It's one of their top sources. It's CNH.
I literally just did a source check. I told you I was never worried about this Kudus deal, bro. You guys want to do this? What Tottenham?
Kudus ain't going to Spurs, man. He's not stupid.
Bro, I'm telling you, you thought I sat here every single day when Mr. George was on every channel screaming and yelling at all these Chelsea fans about how he was getting Kudus. I'm just let things happen. Let Spurs do their thing. Let the Spurs get it done, they'll get it done. That's what it is. If they get it done, they'll get it done.
But they ain't getting it done. We know that.
Yeah, you need to raise 60 million.
Hey, why does your face look so confused? Are you not hearing English? Are you not hearing English?
No,
no way Kudus goes to Tottenham.
What the guy said is they're not convinced that Spurs are going to come back in because Kudus's reps are doing a lot of the. What is that? That's not even.
It sounds like you're not going. You're not going to
ask me.
Not really, bro.
Does that arm you with any confidence?
Sorry, wouldn't that information come from the Tottenham? One sec. Wouldn't that information come from the Tottenham side, not the West Ham side? Why would the West Ham side be able to say what Tottenham are going to do? Wouldn't the Tottenham side say we're not coming back in for a bid?
Because West Ham are West Ham, and you'd think that within West Ham, you've got the player would know a little bit.
Yeah,
if they're not convinced.
Why though? But you're talking about the conduct of a different party.
Sure,
it's not.
So
you're not talking about your own conduct.
Basically, this right.
You can stop fighting the air now, man. You can stop fighting the air.
You guys put up the full amount.
I'm not doing anything, bro. It's like Romano says Kudus is prioritizing Tottenham. Ornstein says Kudus is prioritizing Tottenham. Salty West Ham fan says maybe we're not going to go back in with a bid. Okay, then. Thanks for the information. Thanks for the update.
We'll see. Get the job done. This is Spurs. This is Spurs at its finest. Get the job done. We'll see. That's the thing. All it takes is one or two sales here and there. It looks like Nkuku's heading over to Bayern. Noni Madueke is still on the move. And then all of a sudden we're talking. Oh, Felix on the way to Benfica. That's already near. That's getting close to being done. They move. Hey, cool. Hey, move. Don't let us don't let us have the open space in our squad. Move.
That's absolutely fine. I'm just repeating, yeah. The player wants to go to Tottenham. The top journalists say Spurs are on it. A salty West Ham fan reveals with no source that West Ham, hold on. West Ham are not convinced that Tottenham are going to come back with another bid. Not even that Tottenham say they're not going to bid again. They're not convinced. Hold on. They're not convinced that Tottenham are going to come back in. But let's say the two heavyweights of transfer journalism say the deal's on. One salty West Ham fan says the deal's off. I'm saying we're going to need a little bit. And all I'm saying is we're going to need a little bit more.
What's the latest news about the bid? What's the latest news about the bid, Jay? What's the latest news about the bid?
What do you mean, what's the latest news about the bid? The latest news about the bid.
You put in 50, right? And you put in 50 and you put in clauses that are ridiculous, right? Ridiculous clauses. That's why I end up having. You put in some add-ons that are ridiculous, never happen. Never happen. Right? That's what happened, right? And they rejected it, right?
I'm so confused, yeah. I'm so confused, yeah. The player says
all
he
I'm
wants to go
saying
to
is we have a history of swooping in, bro. We have a history of swooping in. Don't let it happen again.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
man. Remember, Monts flipped the team
Fair
switch up
play.
so fast. I don't even know. I was going to talk about the Diaz stuff, but we'll see what happens there, man. What are you, man, saying? What?
We'll be fine.
Just quick one. Does
We'll
Luis Diaz stay or leave? Quick one.
Everyone's getting excited.
I think
the deal will
Diaz
get done.
stays.
Don't worry.
Stays.
You think he stays?
Yeah.
I hope he stays.
I think
Because I
I don't think they burnt the bridge, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, listen, Kudus is not going to Chelsea, man. We don't want you guys. Like, relax, man.
Keep believing that.
Hey, Jay, we've gone back to Diaz, bro. Clear your head. We've gone back to Diaz. You're right, cuz. You're right, bro. Breathe. Take a touch. I get it. You was having such a good stream up until this point. I get it.
What is Kudus to Liverpool a potential thing or no?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's just a Chelsea thing.
Oh, okay. I'll be annoyed if you lot get him. I'm not gonna lie, man. That
You think
changes
Diaz
my
is gonna
heart.
stay?
That kid, he's cold, man.
Do you think Diaz is gonna stay, Monts?
I think Diaz. I don't think Diaz. Again, he's just happy with whatever. Like, his entourage, bro. His entourage, obviously, they want him on more money, and that for obvious reasons. He's out there partying. If someone told Diaz, "Yo, what, bro? You're leaving Liverpool," he'd probably be like, "I'm leaving Liverpool. I guess I'm leaving Liverpool. When am I leaving? How much money am I making?" He don't give a. Bro,
like a KD thing.
He come out and just said, like, bro, he come out and said it as well. Like, whether he's sees out the rest of his contract, he's cool with that. I've said this bare times. And if he gets sold, then he gets sold. They're talking to other clubs at the moment. He said that's normal. It's not really normal, but you know, I think I think Diaz, obviously what's happened, is possible that he stays. But I feel like with his age, it's all right if he leaves. I think whatever Diaz does, I don't think the club or the fans will be annoyed or anything like that. He's 27. He's given his application is always 100, bro.
Oh, is he 27? I thought he was 29 or something.
27. No, it might be 28 now. I don't know if it's birthday.
Aren't you lot trying to convince him to stay though? But I feel like you lot want him to slightly go because I do feel like you lot harbor ambitions.
He's 29. He might be 29. He's
28. He's 28. I think you lot harbor ambitions to go get Anthony Gordon. That's why I think you lot don't really give a shit too much. I do, like, for next season, but I don't think. That's why I feel like
I think he stays because of what's happened. I think.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Yeah, I just think that's the way this is probably going to work. But if Barcelona come with an offer, I don't tell people I'm not really trying to do business with Barcelona. Like, you see, Clan Alona.
It's more likely Bayern.
Well, it's buying at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's more likely Bayern.
You need
but he's still number one on Barca's list. Bayern, I don't mind doing business with Bayern, but you see,
Bayern can actually afford it.
Clan Alona, Bro Colona, Barcelona, they're my guys, play style wise, love Barcelona, but
they're about to come out of that though.
I also love my friend, brother. I also love my friends who are not good with money. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can still have love for them, man, and know that they're not good with money. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to do deals where I'm seeing next payday I got you. Yeah. Next payday I got you still.
He just saw the Coutinho money. That's how he paid for words.
Brother, I wouldn't be surprised at that. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, Bayern, we can do business. I can't lie. Bayern, we can do business. Barcelona, and it's annoying because I want Luis Diaz to have his dream and play for Barcelona, but broski,
no. We've got to give Rashford his dream. Give Rashford his dream, man. Give Rashford his dream. Let him go over there because that's like, it's either him or Bayern are gonna go for Rashford. So hurry up, please. Just decide what you're doing. Are you keeping him or not? That's it. That's it, man. Anyways, people, make sure you subscribe to everyone. Their channels are in their little bars, as you can see, the purple ones. It's going to get redirected over to my channel. Cass, Monts is going to be dropping a video as well. So for Big 6 months. Well,
it's a clip now. I'm dropping the clip. No, I'm dropping the Kudus video anymore.
Well, I think you should. Chelsea might have hope. I'm just saying, is that? Ooh, I just gave myself an idea. Yeah, love. Nafrade up in the next stream. There's 900 of you, so I expect 900 over there safe in a bit.
Send me the,
You there?
send me the tweet. Send me the tweet.